hello and welcome to 360 Gamercast, episode 755 for Tuesday, the 11th of November, 2025. I'm your host, Mark Webb, gamertag, Pearson ID, Steam ID, Webby360G, and joining me today is...
The stupid Xbox won't read a disc, Snick.
Sensei Switch.
And that's it. I've just been looking at the calendar as I was just doing the intros, and I was thinking, geez, it's the 11th, that way this is coming out. I've got 6 weeks till Christmas. That's not long. So there'll probably be about another 5 episodes left of the year. Wow. How crazy is that? It does make you think. Indeed. Anyway, let's get into it. We're gonna go kind of back to normal this week and talk about what we've been playing first, and then get into the other sections. I've not played loads this week, so what's quite well, lucky or unlucky. So we're going to do the games we've played, and then we're going to run through the Xbox 360 games that released last month and this month in 2006, because we forgot to do last month's because I was away. We took a 2-week break, and then some news, if that's cool with everybody.
Sounds good.
Sweet. Okay, let's get going then. Okay, I guess I'll go first. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, my phone's just gone funny. Hang on, here we go. I was just trying to mute my phone because I've got Twitch running on my phone as well for the extra listener, and it just went. I just pressed the wrong button. Anyway, okay, let's talk about games played then. No surprise, my first game played, or my most game played this week again, is Battlefield 6, and I'm absolutely loving it. I've been having some really good sessions this week with people from the community, which has been really nice. So D-Twin, Ninja Rods, Peebs, Clarky, I think there's a few others in there somewhere. We've been having some really... Oh, What's My Tag, I think, joined us on one evening as well. I'm just trying to give people shout-outs because we've been having an absolute blast playing it this week. It's pretty much any spare moment I have, I just seem to be playing Battlefield. And obviously last week I picked up Ark Raiders, which is the other big multiplayer game at the moment. But not even that is taking me away from Battlefield, which is just insane. I mean, I knew that when I played the beta that I would enjoy the game. But man, I don't know. It's just I can't stop playing it. I think this weekend it helped. They started a double XP event from Friday as well, which was really nice. So I've been leveling up a bit quicker, doing the battle pass. Not that I'm playing it for that, because I'm just playing it because I'm enjoying playing it, to be quite honest with you. Most played game mode is Conquest, classic Conquest. Absolutely love it. And I'm pretty much enjoying every map apart from one map, and the name escapes me. But it's like in the deserty type area, and there's a couple of really tall buildings that people get a helicopter and parachute off onto and then just snipe there for the whole game, which is really annoying. So apart from that, every other map I really enjoy. And it's like, for me, going back to those old Xbox 360 days of like playing Battlefield Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 3 and 4 with the guys. You know, we'll just hop on, have a good chit chat, and we just try and stick together and taking objectives and having fun, and we're all splitting off into different character classes. So I'm normally an engineer, someone else will be a medic. Well, we usually just split off into engineers and medics, to be quite honest with you, because what I find is like the assault class in this is not super helpful, because the medic drops down a med pack, but it also gives you ammo as well. So like the assault class doesn't give anything helpful to the squad, which is really shit, to be honest with you. I think they should change that up. But the sniper class, I mean, I'm never a fan of sniper class, but you do get the help of one of your bits of equipment that you can use. It's a spawn beacon, so if you're struggling to capture a point, you can maybe put a sneaky spawn beacon down, so when you and your squad die, you can spawn back into kind of close instead of going for miles or whatever. But no, really enjoying the game. I do think that the battle pass in it is pointless, though, because they're trying to keep it kind of to the military feel, so there's not really anything that I really want in the unlocks. Not that I'd want anything anyway, but there's just like a few different maybe outfits. The guns that are in there, that I can see in there anyway, are because like when you go for a battle pass, like some stuff is free to claim anyway, so you don't have to pay for it. So all the extra guns, and there is only a few, they're all to me they seem to be on the free bit. So people aren't missing out on guns, which I think is quite a good thing, to be honest, because not everyone's going to want to buy a battle pass. And I will say this week I've not touched the Red Sec at all. Not touched the Battle Royale or the other mode at all, because I just find the normal multiplayer on Battlefield 6, Conquest, Breakthrough, mainly Conquest, just so fun. I just can't, like, the gameplay loop for me just doesn't get boring. The maps are pretty well designed, and there's always that constant back and forth of taking the objectives, and you get some really close games for the most part. I mean, you do get the odd game where you're either stomping or getting stomped, which is a little bit frustrating at times, but I will say this is probably the most fun multiplayer experience I've had online for quite a while. It's so much fun. Negatives, I will say, is I haven't gone back to the campaign. I've only done the first 3 levels, and I don't think I will go back and finish it because it's very meh. But the multiplayer is what's pulling me back. And the Red Sec, the Battle Royale stuff, I mean, it's just like what I played a few weeks ago. It just felt very generic, very Warzone-like. It was okay, but I bought Battlefield for that core experience of, the main multiplayer modes, and they haven't disappointed. I've learned how to fly a chopper now, and that's quite good for flying the squad around, which is quite fun. And it's definitely multiplayer-wise, Battlefield hasn't disappointed. It's definitely been one of the multiplayer game highlights I've had this year, which is a really nice thing to say, to be honest, about EA, because the last 10 or so years, EA, I felt have been on a bit of a downward spiral with their games in a lot of aspects. But they've brought out a couple of stonkers this year, with my other game that I really enjoy is F1 2025 and Battlefield 6. I think they've pushed out some heavy games this year, and big props to DICE for going back to the core roots of Battlefield with 6 and made it a definite highlight for online first-person shooters for me this generation. So, yeah, a month later, still hammering it, mate. Still absolutely hammering it. So, not much else I can say on it, really, apart from it's just a fucking awesome experience. So, if there's no questions on that, we'll go over to you, Nick.
Yeah, I haven't played much the last few weeks. Well, I played a lot of time, but only a couple of games. And, so I've still been going on with Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so I think I played for about 30-something hours so far, which is quite good for me, because, I don't get a lot of time to play, when I'm working city shifts. But I'm up to Christmas time in the game, so I assume that means I'm about halfway, because normally they have, the 4 seasons in the movies and the books, and they have, Halloween, Christmas, whatever time, and then whatever, Voldemort will turn up in the summer and try to kill me, and then I'll get away with it. But yeah, playing a lot of it so far. I've got a few of the vehicles, or if you see what I mean. So I've got the broomstick. I've got is it hippogriff? You fly the big white bird thing. So I've got that.
The griffin, yeah,
the griffin. I think that's called the hippogriff for copyright reasons, whatever. But I've only just now got a it's like another weird dragon thing that I'll roll, but he doesn't fly, he just stays on the floor and just rams stuff, which is kind of fun. And it's just weird, because normally with most of these games, especially the last few years, I just try to just mainline the main quests and don't really do any of the side stories. Whereas this one, I'll just keep going through all the side quests and side stories as well.
Some of them you're kind of forced to do in a sense, because you need to complete some of the lessons from the teachers.
You have to do them to learn a spell so you can continue with the main quest. So obviously I've done them because you kind of have to do them. Because I mean, maybe there's more, I don't know, but there seems to be 3 different types, like the yellow ones, which are the main quests, and then slightly different colour, which I think are the sort of medium side quests, and the bottom ones I think you just like ignore. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it and trying to go. Well, I say trying to go through it. I don't want to. That's the thing. I don't know if you get this, guys. Like you think, oh, I really need to hurry up and finish this game, so it's done, so I can like start other games to talk about, like on the podcast. Do you ever do that, Webby?
I'm like that every week, mate.
So, I'm not necessarily like that. Usually, I'm more along the lines of I can't wait to finish this so I can crack on with something else because I've got.
Oh yes, that as well. But I'm enjoying this. But plus, I'm enjoying it, and I've got like so many other games that I want to play. At least I don't have to think about what I'm going to play next. Because apparently, like my games room and pile of shame is like a woman's wardrobe. It's like, oh, I've got 3 wardrobes full of clothes and nothing to wear. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. And I do like, I think you might have said it before, Switch, like when I watched my mate playing it, his character just looked absolutely stupid with like weird, like star-shaped glasses and all multicoloured clothes and
it was like an explosion at a charity shop, basically.
Yeah, pretty much. But whereas this, it's got like a setting. I don't know if you called it like, is it glamour or something? I don't know if you've used a different term. So like I can equip what I need to get the buff and stats for it, but then I press another button and then I can change it. Just put them in his basic like school stuff, which is pretty cool because I don't want my character to look stupid. So
no, especially when they're in cutscenes.
Yeah, they look. It just like, kind of takes you out of it.
Yeah, dressed like
and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, but the game show. I mean, the voice acting is very good as well. It just got me because I've been watching a few videos like on YouTube and stuff like that talking about. I think they're basically slagging off the latest Pokemon game because it looks like crap and there's nothing, like the world is dead and there's no voice acting. And you get this game, it's pretty much I mean, I think it's completely voice acted as well. And it's even like stuff like you can walk around like the castle and Hogsmeade and stuff like that. And you could just stand there and people around you are just having conversations as well. Just sort of out of earshot and things like that. But yeah, it's really good. There's a few callbacks, like some of the characters are named. So this is 100 years before the books and the movies. So like some of that's the great great granddad of this person and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, so it makes me want to kind of I say go back and watch the movies. I've been read or listening to the audio book because they've recently brought out they brought out the first audio book again. So I don't know if you and your kids listen to them, Webby, because I think, did you say you used to do a lot of audio books and stuff like that?
Well, no, we normally read to them more, but they do have some.
Yeah.
The audio stuff.
Yeah. Well, basically they've redone them. So instead of Stephen Fry, there's a woman main narrator, but they've they've like cast all the different people to have different voices. So it's sort of like between.
Almost like a radio drama.
Yeah, it's like a radio drama, it's like the old ones. So I think what was the one they used to do years ago, the Orwell one, and things like 1984. I think they did that as well.
Right.
And like War of the Worlds and stuff like that. But yeah, they're on Audible. And obviously you can get them other ways if you don't want to subscribe to Audible and pay like 20 quid or whatever. But yes, getting in the Harry Potter mood. And I've watched the first movie, even though we only watched them like 2 Christmases ago, like wanted to watch all of them over like Christmas time. I was like, I want to watch them again now.
Fair dues.
But yeah, enjoying it, and I'm definitely not playing it right now.
Fair enough, mate. Fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a very, very well made game. Like I still remember I didn't really have any expectations for it when it was announced and sort of but then they did that half-hour showcase for it, like before the game came out, and it obviously showed you all the cutscenes and the architecture and all the different houses and the dormitories for the different houses and stuff, and I was like, holy shit, this looks great. Like the attention and everything they put into it.
Well, they always seem, for years, they always seem to phone these types of games in because they know they're going to sell well anyway. And also, speaking
Was
to
it their first game? Because it's Portkey Games, isn't
I
it?
think
Which is
so.
obviously a development team specifically made for Harry Potter, hence the Portkey kind of tag.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's Portkey's first game, but I don't know if maybe they renamed the studio to something and then did it, if you know what I mean. But
I guarantee you they're working on a sequel, because it made
they've
Warner
already
Brothers
announced it.
Gaming a shitload of money. Wasn't it the biggest selling game that year, or did it even outsell COD?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about COD, but it was very big outsold. And did you never go back to it and finish it?
I am guilty of that. I think I'm about 90% through it. I can still remember all the storyline stuff, so it is one that I'm going to go back and finish off, definitely.
Plus, I mean, I don't know if I'd do it, but like speaking to my friend who like Twitch streams this a lot, and she was telling me that it is worth like playing through it 4 times, picking all the different houses as well, because apparently some of the story is different as well. I mean, I don't know if
I think each house gets a specific quest or certain item or
some
something.
quests. I don't know exactly. I'll probably just check. I'll probably just watch a YouTube video showing you the differences. If it takes an hour, I suppose it's better than spend. I mean, she's spent like 500-600 hours playing this.
Who did you pick first go?
Slytherin.
Ah, weird.
Why is it weird?
That's the best house.
I don't know, you just went the dark route. I went Ravenclaw.
Yeah, well, I'm not intelligent. I'm not an idiot. Kind of brave, but I'm very much a bit of a twat. So, plus my name in it's Nico Malfoy. So I mean, you know. But yeah, it's definitely fun. Did you not play? Did you play this? Didn't you, Webby?
Yeah, man. This game's
you
been.
Macked it, didn't you?
I absolutely rinsed it. Did everything. Absolutely loved it, and it's been played through by my missus and Marcus as well. So it's been on my TV a lot.
Yeah. The only thing I've noticed, and I'm trying to think of this, like some of the details, if you look really hard, there isn't as much like as some other games. But it's like, you know, like if you go in the water and stuff like that, like your character doesn't really get wet or anything like that. Like compared to that, but that's just it's the sort of stuff that I suppose Naughty Dog and some of these other developers would spend years developing, or you know, most people would never really notice that sort of stuff. You know, like water physics, like if you get wet or if you're walking on the in the snow or in the mud, it doesn't really leave footprints, stuff like that. But do you really? Does that take you out of the game?
Not really.
Not really.
No.
Yeah.
Just enjoy
like, it's nice when they're there. You'll look at it and be like, "Oh, they've even."
Yeah, it's nice, but when they take like 8 years to make a game, you think, oh, I'd rather them take like 4 years to make a game.
6 years and leave that out.
Yeah.
Cool. Glad you're enjoying it, mate.
Yeah.
Darren?
Yeah, I actually finished the game.
No way.
Yeah. I think it was more along the lines of like, right, come on, I must be near the end of this. Let's just get through this and get it done. Not that it's a bad game by any stretch of the imagination. Ghost of Yotei. I actually forgot to talk about it last week.
Oh.
Because I've been playing it sort of like thoroughly on and off and everything. And yeah, if you are running around doing all of the additional stuff like the fox dens and the bamboo strikes and the paintings and all that kind of stuff, it does get a bit much. But you can, after you've finished the storyline, go back and actually do things that you might have missed out on.
Okay.
Because I didn't know where all of the painting sites were, so I had to sort of run around for a bit looking for them. Most of the other collectibles, you'll get a song to play on your shamisen, sorry, which will guide the wind into taking you to those locations. And if there's none in the area you're in, the wind will guide you to the entrance to the next area, as if to say, like, through here, there's going to be something in this next area for it.
Okay.
So finding a lot of the collectibles outside of those is what's it, and there is one collectible in the game that you don't actually get a trophy for, which is, I believe, the Ainu relics or the Ainu items. There's like 30 of them, and when I got the last one, I was just like, has it glitched? Nothing's popped. And then I looked, and it was just like, oh, there isn't actually one for that, which is bizarre. There's ones for pretty much everything else, but yeah, there's nothing for that. You do get a bunch of cosmetics, though. I will say there's shed loads of cosmetics in it, although the only ones with real interest, I suppose, are the swords, we'll say, like the sword skins and stuff. A lot of the other stuff, like the bandanas and your masks and that, a lot of them are just different coloured reskins.
Oh, okay.
That you can kind of get. There's a shitload of variety of them, don't get me wrong, but you'll end up being like, oh, this is just another colour for that same mask, which is fine, because if you're mixing matching outfits and colour schemes, you might want something that matches what you've gone with. Although you can't actually colour all of your armours the colours that you necessarily want, you're locked in with certain colours for certain armours. And I'd really wish the game had a glamour system like other games, because some of the really cool-looking armours don't have great statistics on them that you want.
That's about the standard, isn't it?
Yeah, and some of the armours as well, they upgrade, and I think the first to the second part doesn't change appearance. The third upgrade will change its appearance, and then the fourth upgrade will change it to its final appearance. Sometimes the final appearances for some of the armors, I think, look shit compared to the previous ones. So I didn't end up upgrading some of them, because I was just like, well, I can't go back to the other look if I upgrade this, so what's the point?
Fair enough.
Kind of thing, and I'm not really too fussed about the final skill. I'm sure they added that option to Ghost of Tsushima in the end, so I fully expect them to do it with this. I really enjoyed the game. The storyline was kind of really, really good at times, some really good character stuff, and at other times it was just infuriating, because it's like scripted events.
Yeah, okay.
Constantly. And sometimes scripted events occur in the middle of a fight. And you're like, why the hell isn't this guy taking any damage? What is going on? Scripted event. It's a scripted event. And it kind of pulls you out.
That's a bit frustrating.
And there's certain things that will happen in the game, and you're kind of like, oh, well, sorry, mate, scripted event. I guess that had to happen, even though I could have just killed him there and then, but never mind. Like, kind of thing. So yeah, I don't mind scripted events as long as they're not during gameplay. I think scripted events during gameplay is infuriating, because it kind of feels like the control and that you have is kind of taken out of your hands. If like, oh no, set thing has to happen, kind of thing. So I platinumed the game anyway. I've got everything on it.
Wow.
It's a pretty simple platinum, bar, I will say, the last sort of there's like a fight against this guy known as the Immortal that you do on top of a mountain, that also utilises one of the shit mechanics in the game, where when you're in a cold area, your health bar ticks down constantly until you get back into the warmth.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I hate that. And as far as I'm aware, there should have been an armour set or a charm that you can equip. Well, there was a charm, I will say, that reduces the amount of health tick when you're in those kind of areas. But yeah, there should have been a suit of armour whose final thing was, you no longer receive stupid like tick damage, considering my character at that point was wearing like almost like fur armour. And I'm like, I'm not walking around like naked or wearing like a loincloth or anything, so like, why am I taking this stupid damage thing? Yeah. Which kind of, it only really cropped up in one area, but it was still infuriating. So you had that annoying crap in one zone, And then in one of the other zones, you've got, like, I can't remember if I mentioned it or not, there's, like, puzzles. So one of the people you're hunting uses cryptic puzzles, and everywhere around that area you'll go there, and it's like, consult the puzzle guide to solve the puzzle to get to the... Fuck off, mate. Like, because as far as I was aware, the puzzle guide didn't even make any sense whatsoever. Like, nothing was facing in the direction it's supposed to face according to the puzzle guide. Nothing was kind of... Like, the actual hand guide that it gave you was basically useless. Although, like, a lot of it is kind of, like, tied to the triangle, square, circle, X kind of configuration of the controller.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, the sound, the visuals, and loads of other stuff in the game, absolutely fantastic. The combat's decent, but it kind of got a bit annoying and repetitive towards the end of the game.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, how would you compare it to the first game, mate? Like, combat.
It's really good. I think that it's got that classic issue of... I think I actually, out of all of them, I like this as much as the original game. It's not like, I will say, God of War or Horizon, where I think the sequels are worse than the ones that came before it. But you have that similar kind of thing of you lose a bit of that awe.
Yeah.
If that makes sense, because you've played the game before, technically.
Yeah.
It's just got a new coat of paint and new characters and everything.
Sense. Yeah.
It's not like you're going into something first off, like, oh, this is the new reversion of this, and it's like, oh, wow, it's incredible and stuff.
No, fair enough.
So, but yeah, I'd definitely say this is a good 9.5 out of 10 type of game.
That's some high praise.
It did have some, obviously, like I said, the annoying little niggles, but every game has that to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And it's kind of some of the areas that have had loads of love put into them, like when it comes to sort of obviously the visual and what they're trying to set up and what they were going for with the look and the beauty of the area. And you're kind of in it and you're out of it within like 5 minutes.
Okay.
So I kind of feel a bit sorry for the people. Like, we create this beautiful area, this lovely view, and the way the light cascades through the trees, and you're in there for 2 minutes, and then you're out again, and then you'll probably never remember it.
Crazy.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's good that they went that kind of went that well with it. It is a game that I will probably dip back into, even though I've done everything, just to kind of cruise around on my horse. And I didn't actually unlock, pardon me, the colour scheme for my horse saddle that matches the armour I'm wearing until I'd finished the game.
Right.
Well done. Like that's another bugbear, I will say. So you can obviously kind of customise your horse saddle, but you don't actually unlock the ability to really buy or obtain any more saddles until you're like well over halfway through the game.
Right, okay.
Which I think's a bit annoying because you've got decent control over everything else you're kind of wearing and stuff.
Yeah.
Quite early on. And like I say, it just needs a glamour system to obviously make things a lot better so I can wear some of the other armours. But they have like khaki effects on them that I'm not interested in, so I'm not actually going to wear them. I'm going to wear the ones that obviously do me better off in combat, etc.
Yeah. Cool. Oh,
so, yeah.
Nice, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed it because all the reviews were very good, but I've seen some mixed opinions online and that, and but everyone I know who's played
there were
really
a lot of weird. Like I say, there were when the game actually sort of like came out, and there were certain things about things that happen in the game, and it was just kind of like, I don't know, that sounds a bit iffy to me. I bet you it's not. And then you finish the game, and you're like, yeah, none of that was true. Like, yes, the ending does kind of go away, but the absolute context of what's actually happened towards that ending was just non-existent.
Oh. There we go. Internet propaganda again, eh?
Sort of, yeah. And like I said, there did seem to be a fair bit of like hate towards the game, and I can fully understand that because of obviously the comments and attitudes of some of the development team. But I think you're going to get that at a majority of places, even if it's people that don't necessarily say that kind of thing out loud. You know, there's people at most studios that kind of feel certain ways about certain things, but it's like, just keep it to your fucking self.
Yeah, indeed.
Like, don't broadcast it to the world because it will cost you sales.
Yeah, 100%.
And as far as I know, it has sold reasonably less than the first game, but not like massively less.
Right.
So I think it's done okay, but then you've also got to think how many people had PS4s and then didn't really bother with a PS5.
Yeah.
Because like you've seen more people sort of like technically almost being pushed more towards PC gaming in general anyway. And then obviously on top of that, you probably lost a few sales due to like certain things about the game and the developers and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you've probably got a fair amount of people that were just kind of like, you know what, I do want to get this. I'm just going to boycott it at the start and then I'll pick it up like months down the line in a sale.
Yeah.
And then try it then, or get it secondhand so I'm not actually fully funding the developers.
Yeah, makes sense.
Kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you enjoyed the first game, I do think you're going to really like this one as well.
Yeah, as I say,
so it can go on a bit. It took me about 65 hours, I think, to do everything.
Wow. I'm just struggling to play single player games at the minute. I've just not been in the mood at all since finishing Chronos. I've tried to get into Trails in the Sky.
All right.
But since I talked about it last week, I haven't picked it up again.
It's probably because you've got another game picking at your sides. Like it just generally happens.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to have like that one or two games that are like, you know what, I really fancy playing that, and that's what you've got the itch to play.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm finding like obviously, and it's just everyone's different, but I don't know. Like I'm so busy during the work day, and then obviously kids and that, and then in the evening I get a couple of hours. And I'm like, well, the lads are online and prodding me to play some Battlefield. So playing Battlefield, and then the weekends I'm generally pretty busy as well. So there's like not even any time for single player games either. So, you know, that's just how it is at the minute. I'm sure things will change, but yeah, it's just one of them things, Darren, isn't it? It's like when there's only one game that's on your mind, you don't really want to put it down.
No, yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
There's a certain game like that you'll probably talk about that it's almost like an annoying magnet. I don't want to play it, I don't want to buy it, but I can't stop thinking about it and watching people play it.
Well, I'll talk about it now, mate, because I know exactly what you're on about. Arc Raiders. So I have actually played a little bit of it this week, not loads. Big shout out to Turk Monkey, because he sent me a message and today, Webby, do you fancy some co-op? And I was like, yes, I fancy some, because no one was on Battlefield that evening. I think it was Monday. So yeah, either Monday or Tuesday anyway, the days just blend in. But we had a really good time on it because, as I say, like I've mentioned it before, like most of my experience has been solo. And it's definitely a much better game to play with friends, like most online.
All right, I will say that the guy at work has the opposite. He has more fun playing solo than with other people.
Really?
Yeah, because he says when he goes into solos, you actually meet other people that are friendly and helpful, where he said as soon as he goes in teams, it's literally just shoot on sight.
Oh, really? Like, so I had some really good games of Turk Monkey because we're kind of at a similar level, so we were going in together and trying to do the missions. Now, I'm going to have a moan about the game a little bit because for me, I don't know how long this game will last for me personally, because it's the same issue I had with Escape from Tarkov, where there isn't really, like, so far, there isn't really a story to it, and the missions are just kind of, I just think the missions are a bit shit, to be quite honest with you.
They're tasks. They're just tasks given to you, aren't they, in the levels?
But it just doesn't seem to be... I don't know. And it's probably just my mindset at the minute, but it's like, oh, I've got like 4 missions, and they're like, oh, go in and you got to kill 2 types of 6 different variations of arcs. Go and collect these things and bring them back. And I've got a really annoying one at the minute where it's calling a supply drop. And there never seems to be the supply drop beacons whenever I go in. And I've had a look online. And basically these supply drop things generate at random in random places on the map. And
right, there's actually a achievement or trophy in the game, isn't there, for having a supply drop land on you?
Oh. So one of my missions is to get these supply drop, to do a supply drop, and I've even got a map of IGN showing me where they are. So I've been going in and running around trying to find this fucking supply drop. Can I find one? No, I bloody can't. Because it's at random, and then obviously if you get it dropped into a game where it's already part way through on a server, people might have already got them already. So I'm not having much luck with that.
Is that what drops the scavenger caches?
I've no idea. I've not done it. I don't know.
I've seen them on the ground, like when people have been playing, they've just come across like a box, and it's like a cache.
I have no idea.
With like bandages and stuff in it.
Anyway, last week I did mention that I was unsure about the backpack sizes. I figured it out literally the next day. So I went in. So basically you got these modifiers that you attach to your character, and there's different ones. And they give you different amount of backpack slots. So you'll get one that's like for going in and taking stuff, or which is more backpack slots. Or there's one for like being a fighter, which gives you a few less backpack slots. But you can have a bigger shield attached, so you can take more damage. So that's how it's done, which I think is quite cool. Now I will, and I did mention earlier, yes, I've been having fun with Turk Monkey, and that was good. But that evening he had to go to work, so I did a couple of sessions on my own, and I had a mad session on my own. So I was going to explain it a little bit. So basically, it's probably the best solo session I've had. So I got into the game and I was running around, and because I thought I'm going to take my time in this one, because usually I go in and I loot stuff until my backpack's full, and that's normally pretty quick, and I extract. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to branch out a little bit and explore some of the harder areas. So anyway, not long after I launched to the game, I saw a load of drones were shooting some random dude. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to go in and help this guy. And I actually had my headphones on this time, and I was in game chat. So I was chatting, I was saying, oh, mate, I'll come and give you a hand, And he was like, "Oh, thanks, mate." So I destroyed all the drones and helped him, and we said and he said thanks. I went on my way. Anyway, literally about a minute later, I'm in this area, and then a dude comes around the corner and starts shooting me, and I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm friendly, blah blah blah." But he didn't want to have any of it, so he starts shooting at me. He drops me, so I'm on the ground. So basically, what happens is you get dropped onto the ground, you're on your knees, and you're crawling around. And then they can do like a finishing move on you, or just shoot the fuck at you and kill you. Anyway, he drops me to my knees, but then suddenly some more fire starts incoming. So a dude had obviously seen me get dropped. So this other guy starts shooting the guy that dropped me and kills him, and then he revives me. And he says, "Oh man, I saw that, hope you're okay, blah 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 blah." And I said, "Thanks, mate." And then I went on my way. So I thought, well, that's pretty cool that someone's helped me in that way. Anyway, so I'm going off to this other area of the first map. And it's like the harder area for the better loot. Anyway, I'm on my way there, and I start getting ganked by drones. And so I'm fighting the drones, and I'm like, fucking hell, there's loads of them here. Anyway, I get to this greenhouse type area, and I've killed a few of the drones, but there's still one flying around. But I take cover in this building because I've run out of health. I've completely run out of shield recharges and health. Anyway, so I'm sitting in there, and I'm like, fuck. And then I turn around, and there's a guy just looting. And I'm like, hey, man. And he's like, "Oh, are you okay?" And I said, "Mate, I'm trying to kill all these drones, and I'm completely out of health, and I'm pretty fucked here." And he was like, "Dude, I'll drop you some health." So he dropped me a health pack, and he dropped me a shield recharger. I got healed up 100%, and then he helped me kill the final drones in the area. And I was like, "Oh, thanks, man." He was like, "Oh, don't worry about it, mate. It's great." I was like, "Cheers." So anyway, I get looting, and I've looted, and I'm like, right, I'm going to get to the extract point. Anyway, I'm running to the extract point, and suddenly some more drones appear. So I start shooting them, and I get to the extract, and then there's another guy there, and we get into the chat together, and we're like, right, let's help each other out. We start helping each other, kill these drones as we're waiting for the extract lift. Anyway, so that happens, and we get into the lift, and we're about to call the lift to go back down, and we suddenly hear this voice in the distance, "Wait for me, let me in, don't go." and I was like, don't worry, we'll wait for you. And then it was literally two other guys just appeared, and they got onto the lift with us, and they were really thankful, and they were like, "Oh, thank you so much for waiting, blah 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 blah." And then we called the lift and went and extracted, and I was like, that was probably one of the best experiences I've had in the game. So obviously I've been knocking it a little bit with the kind of missions and stuff, but I think the good thing about the game is it's
social aspect, I suppose.
Yeah, it's the community around it, because I think you kind of make your own stories in the game, because you've got these these levels, and you're going in and looting, but as you say, it's the people you meet. You don't know if they're going to be hostile or friendly, and then you don't know what kind of AI enemies are going to appear, because some of them are harder than others. And it's like you just have completely random experiences every time you go into the games. It's kind of that. I think the appeal is every time you go into a session, it's the unknown of what's going to happen, who you're going to meet. Is it going to go right? Is it going to go wrong? And then obviously you've got that kind of fear of losing all your gear and your loot that you've gone into the game with. So I think that's where the fun of the game comes from, to be honest. But then there's me sitting there in my mind like, well, these missions are shit. How do I upgrade my guy? The leveling takes ages, but I think part of me is kind of missing the point in the game, if that makes sense, because the point is kind of those crazy experiences that I've just spent a few minutes explaining about. So
it's like the missions, they kind of remind me of the missions that are in Killing Floor 3.
Right.
There's missions in that, but it's literally while you're in the map, find a body and interact with this console while the game's going on.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. But the different areas are pretty cool. They get tougher and tougher enemies. I did a nighttime session as well, so on every level it comes up with a little timer for doing it at nighttime, and it makes the enemies harder, the AI enemies, but you get better loot, and it looks gorgeous at nighttime, mate. The levels.
Yeah, bloke said he went into one and there was an electric storm going on.
Oh wow, cool. But I've got on the knack of upgrading my weapons now, so I've got all of the I've got all the equipment in my base to make equipment and make ammo and upgrade guns and stuff. So you basically, a lot of the parts that you scavenge you use to upgrade your weapons and things. So I've got level 3 guns, and you can upgrade parts like chokes and different bits for your guns as well. So that's pretty good. So it's definitely got an appeal there. I just think personally it's come out at the wrong time for me, because I'm just loving Battlefield so much. I'm struggling to find time to play both, if that makes sense, because
that must have been an annoying thing for also EA or something. It'd be not now, Ark Raiders. We want to get our stride. They are actually apparently adding a new map this month to it, or a new zone.
Nice.
To Ark Raiders, the guy at work was saying, they're adding a new map in November at some point.
Yeah, fantastic. No, I think that's coming. The mean, I think I've got like 4 or 5 maps in there already, and I've really only
it's 4, yeah.
I've really only explored the first one, so there's plenty to do. So I'm not knocking it at all, because I can see the fun. Oh, and I've had fun on it, and the addictiveness of it. I just think the quests could be done a little bit better, make them a bit easier to actually accomplish, because they just seem to take forever. But apart from that, I think that's kind of the only negative I can think of. Like, everything else is really fun. The graphics are good. It runs well on the Steam Deck of all things as well. So it's a great game. I just think, yes, I've had that great solo experience, but it's like, I prefer these sort of games. I prefer going in with, like, as a group, because it's just that you feel a bit more safe, because it's like when you're looting, someone else can stand and keep watch because you're making a load of noise, etc. You know what I mean? So there's that aspect I prefer on it. But no, it's a great game. It's a lot of fun. They could definitely improve the quests, though, and the character creation and the different outfits that you can have, because they pretty much all look shite, apart from the one that you have to pay extra for the deluxe edition. But no, it's fun going in and exploring and having those experiences, mate. So I just wish there was more people in the Discord to game with, because I made a little Arc Raiders channel, and there's only about 3 or 4 people chatting in there, and none of them ever seem to be on when I'm on.
I'm pretty sure that there's probably a bunch of people that are playing this that have probably made friends through the game already, like bumping into people in certain missions. Because I sort of said to like my mate, one of the things they should add to this game is like a karma system.
Oh yeah.
So the more you attack other people, you get like a bad karma, and then it obviously people will know that, because obviously my mate was like, he's been into games where like he's bumped into people and they've been like, yeah, friendly, and they're like, yeah, friendly, and they'll like do stuff together and do stuff, and then he's shot in the back. You know what I mean?
It's fucking ridiculous.
Kind of thing.
But the thing is that there's not really a big incentive to kill another raider, because
there is, because I did say to him, the 2 things I can think of is, one, there might be a trophy.
There is a trophy for killing
or
one.
Achievement for it.
Yeah, so
10 people.
Is there?
I think it's knocking out 10 people, and there's one for taking or knocking someone out with a pickaxe.
Oh, because I got the one, because I did see one in my Steam achievements, and I did do it, so I feel quite guilty for killing one raider. So I did do that.
Yeah, the other thing, like I said, that I've noticed when people have been playing will push people to do that kind of thing, is there are challenges in the game, aren't there? Daily challenges that get you like the blue coins and stuff.
Right.
And some of those challenges are attacking other players.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's kind of like, I think if they took those out, then it would reduce a lot of the sort of toxic issues that certain people have.
Yeah.
Or are running into, because not everyone seems to be running into those issues, but like my mate said, him and like a few other people, they downed like a leaper, and then while they were basically about to go and loot it, another team just came in and shot them all in the back.
Oh, how frustrating. Yeah. I did hear some rumours that they might put a PvE mode in. PvE only mode?
Yeah, it's been a what's it?
So, but I think doing that changes some of the jeopardy in the game, if that makes sense.
It does, but like the guy at work said, he said I'd have no issue with them putting that in there, because it's just a mode.
Yeah.
It would just be an extra mode people would have the choice to do, rather than like being forced in with people that might be knob ends.
Yeah.
Because he said like there have been ones, I think, where he said where he has met people who literally will just spawn camp the extract point and wait for people to turn up in the last minutes of the game and just kill them and take their stuff and leave.
Yeah.
And he said, I get it, it's part of the game, but it's fucking cockish.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah.
And I said, and there's only so many times you can get stuff like that happen, and then he said, I'll just stop playing the fucking game.
Yeah.
because I just feel like I'm wasting my time. Like, why would I go for all that, do all the looting, killing and stuff just for someone to come up at the end and steal it all?
Yeah, I do ponder though in my mind while my limited time I've played it. I've played it 12 hours in total, so not shitloads compared to some other people. But I've been pondering like how long people will keep playing this for, because I mean, it's a fun game, but I do feel like there isn't a lot of longevity in it. I don't know if that's just me. I just don't know how long it will take for people to get bored of doing the same thing over and over before they move on to something else. Does that make sense? It kind of feels like a flavour of the month to me.
You'll end up with people, I think, that will end up doing things where they'll just go into a map and they'll take loads of defibs and meds and just run around looking for people to help.
Yeah, maybe.
And like I said, if they had the karma system, it would be interesting to get someone who's like known as being like a PKer or player killer, basically, because of the proximity chat, literally going into buildings and whistling and that while he's walking around, like hunting people down.
Yeah.
And like everyone would be able to hear him. Because one of the things I always hear from everyone saying, like, this game has got some of the best sound design ever.
It sounds amazing.
Like, it's so good. Yeah. Like you can literally tell where people are at most times and where sounds are coming from and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a game to play with your headphones on. That's for sure.
But yeah, I even said like it would be interesting if they did sort of like timed events during certain hours of certain days, where it's basically like, right, PvE only raids for the next hour.
Yeah.
Or something where you can launch in to get things done. Like I said, they're going to end up adding and changing bits and bobs as the game goes, because I think the bloke at work was telling me they've got like a 10-year plan for this game, apparently.
Wow. That's going to mean a lot of in-game purchases to happen then.
As long as they keep... Well, you say that, but then this isn't a free-to-play game, is it? It is a pay-to-entry, and it's like an AA price, isn't it? It's like 30-something £30.
Yeah.
Sort of a thing, which is reasonable. I mean, the game isn't like massive, is it? It's like a small, condensed, tight sort of thing of what it wants to be. But they're going to obviously be adding new arcs and stuff to fight, and obviously increasing the loot. I said to the bloke at work, is there roller grenades in it? And he was like, no. And I said, well, they'll probably be added at some point, considering there's a roller arc. Yeah. It would just make sense.
Yeah.
And things like that, and like I say, balances, changes. I think it would be kind of cool if there was like a little parachute that you could get for your character.
All right. To jump off buildings and like, parachute down.
So you could get off buildings and sort of like float down. Obviously, you're vulnerable in the air floating, but there's certain things where I've seen people EMPing arcs, jumping on top of them, and then the arc takes off with them on it.
All right.
There's actually a trophy or an achievement in the game for killing things or doing stuff while on top of one of them.
Oh, wow.
Now, they eventually suss out that something's on there, and they barrel roll and flip you off.
Oh, right.
And there's nothing you can do to avoid that fall, so you're going to get taken out as soon as you hit the floor. So it's a bit of a shame that you haven't actually got like a little safety net or little parachute that you can quickly flip up to soften your landing or avoid that.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I mean, if it wasn't for the PvP, did you think you would have picked it up, Darren?
Oh, I would have got it, definitely.
But it's just the PvP aspect that just puts you off.
It is and it isn't, because obviously, you've got those cool sort of moments. It's more along the fact of like you're playing something for maybe like a certain period of time every day, and like I'm the epitome of absolute calm when I'm gaming.
Right. Really? I've been in party chats with you where you've been gaming.
Yeah. I think I'd be like in a monk-like state if I'd been raiding for 25 minutes only to come back and get shot in the back by another player and have all my stuff stolen just as I was trying to extract. That's the kind of thing that would hold me off.
Yeah.
kind of thing, because it's just kind of like that. I would find that incredibly frustrating. Every now and again, you can kind of be like, well, shit happens, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't play the game like that, because I don't play games like an arsehole.
Yeah.
To other people, I'm more of a person that likes to help other players out and work as a collective group to get stuff done.
Yeah.
I find more satisfaction in that. So yeah, but yeah, if it like the bloke at work, he was kind of in a bit of a down mood. He was all up on it last week, and this week he was like,
oh dear.
like the thing where he literally had multiple games in a row where he was just getting mullered or just shot as soon as he came out the spawn.
Oh, that's annoying.
Kind of thing, and it was just like there needs to be stuff in there to kind of stop that.
Well, especially when you've brought in all your best gear and then you died and you've lost it. That's really
he was actually saying the only thing he's basically got left to do is to take out, is it the Queen?
All right. No.
Which is the big arc.
Right.
Like, I think he's taken down, like with other people, quite a lot of other things. So he's got is it the Pile Buster or the Something Buster rocket launcher?
Oh, wow.
And it's like, it costs like 30,000 to buy that, plus obviously all your ammo, and then obviously it costs you materials to upgrade it as well, because you obviously want it to be a higher rank, so it's less likely to break.
Yeah.
And he said, I've got all that, but am I ever going to take it out into a game?
Oh, yeah.
Because it's literally like turning up into, like going into something in a Rolls Royce, and as soon as you come out and, mate,
yeah,
and I'm downed, and I've lost it, and some bellend is just going to go up and go, oh, nice one, mate, like 50, 60 grand's worth of shit.
Yeah.
Like, infuriating. That would be infuriating, and I think that's one of the things that kind of would put a load of other people off. Like I said, I've seen people that have been playing it where they've literally bought their gun, upgraded it a couple of times, stuck loads of mods on it, gone out into a game, 5 minutes later they're dead, all gone. All of that was pointless waste of time and money and resources.
Yeah.
You've got to craft the gun again, you've got to upgrade it again, you've got to put all the mods on it again. Like, I think it would be decent for at least weapons to have like a protective patch for one of your weapons, because you can carry two weapons.
Yeah.
So it's not like you could lose, like, not lose any of them. Like, if you take out two, yeah, you're going to lose one, but one of them you should be able to protect.
Yeah. It's like because on Tarkov, though, they do an insurance thing, so you pay money in-game and you get your stuff back.
Yeah, they might even come up with something similar to like that, pay a bit of credits to make sure I don't lose this, or at least there's a replication of it when I get back to the base.
Yeah.
You kind of don't feel completely cheated, but I think the longer the game goes, you'll probably end up with more people playing it on the nasty side, because they're going to have like more of the abilities unlocked. They've done most of the quests or the tasks. They've probably got a lot of the better guns.
Yeah.
And you're going to get a lot of people running around not wanting to have the better guns, because they obviously don't want to get taken out and lose it all.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how the devs deal with all of the different issues and ways that people play games.
Yeah, for sure.
Coming up. Because just running a live service game is not an easy task at all. Like, there's always people that are unhappy with the direction you've decided to take it, or how it's changed from how it started, etc.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, I think I'll try and play it a bit more this week, and I'll give you some more insights on next week's podcast. Oh no, you're not here next week, are you?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll let you know anyway. I'll let you know in the WhatsApp. But no, it's if I can get my ass off Battlefield, I'll play it a bit more. But, yeah, my one addiction is Battlefield at the minute. Yeah, cool. Anyway, back to Nick.
If he's still awake,
he's there. He's playing Hogwarts. I can see him on the Discord.
All right.
Hogwarts
I'm not playing
plus
anything.
1. Yeah,
I'm not playing Hogwarts. Lies.
Yeah.
I haven't played much more of Gears of War Reloaded.
All right, yeah.
Like the newest one, because they give it to me for free because I had the digital version of the first remake.
Ultimate or whatever it was.
Yeah, Ultimate or whatever
edition.
it was. And, but I installed it. It's weird. I installed it tried it on my PC and on the Series X to sort of see what the difference is. Like, because I don't really play many, like, newish PC games. And on the PC, I mean, it runs fine. It said I was getting, like, 120 FPS and everything seemed okay. And then I tried it on the Xbox and I realised I've played this game so many times.
Yeah.
Like, I must have been, like, 3 or 4 times on 360. And then the Ultimate Edition, because they've... even though they've remastered it twice, they also pushed out a 1X patch or whatever it was on Xbox One to make it run even better. So, I mean, I must have played this one probably close to double figures, because I remember I played through it on all difficulty levels, insane and stuff like that. And I was playing, I was like, yeah, it's Gears of War again. As far as I'm pretty sure it's the same voice acting as 360 sound effects, so they haven't really done much. And I'm like, how'd they get away with charging £30 for this game?
Well,
or £30 or £40, whatever it was. Because I know they put it on the PlayStation, didn't they? I suppose that was just any old excuse to put a new game, to call it a new game on the PlayStation 5. Because aren't they doing this with Halo? They're remaking the first one as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I think it was mainly just to get it on the PlayStation, and obviously it's on Game Pass, isn't it? So
yeah, or free if you had it, like before.
Yeah, and if you bought it digital though. Originally.
I mean, it's decent. I mean, it's probably like the best one to play because like the original 360 version is fine, but they cut some of the stuff out which they added later to the PC version, which I think I had somewhere as well.
The extra level, there was an extra level they added with a Brumac, wasn't there?
Yeah, you fight the Brumac like up close as well, rather than a little bit later or something. Yeah, there's a whole extra level and another little bit as well, which is good because if you've played it as many times as I have, like once I played that, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And then you think, no, I've played this just so many times, and it's just sad because didn't they announce like the new Gears of War ages ago, like the proper next one in the series? Is it D-Day?
It was only about a year and a half ago. E-Day, yeah.
I'm sure it was before that, but either way, it's just like they don't seem to have made any of like the big, exclusive on Xbox or PlayStation really this gen, have they? Like I said, we haven't had a brand new Gears of War. We haven't had an Uncharted or a Last of Us. Or, I mean, what did we have? A new Halo game, but that was a bit meh. It was okay.
Yeah, and they cut and they promised loads of stuff like co-op campaign and that.
Yeah, and then they just backtracked, didn't bother. So it's just like...
Well, there's no multiplayer at all, is there, in the new...
Oh, yeah, the new one.
Halo.
Right. I think that's just so they don't have to put effort jigging the multiplayer maps as well.
Well, the first game didn't have any multiplayer anyway online because it was there was no Xbox Live then. The multiplayer, the online multiplayer only came of age in number 2. The first one had just LAN. It did have multiplayer for LAN.
Well, that would have been decent enough. Yeah, just putting in like some split screen retroness.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just weird. I played about maybe the first 2 or 3 levels, and I'm like, oh, here's because you pick up the old cog tags, don't you?
Yeah.
And I was like, how can I remember there's a cog tag here, there's a cog tag there, and I was like hidden around that corner. I was like, I can remember all this from like 2006, but I can't remember what like my manager told me to do last week at work. I don't know what that is. It's like, sure, maybe because I don't want to remember what he told me to do, but
I think you imprint things onto your brain a lot more when you're younger.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of stuff...
That's what they always say. It's easier to learn foreign languages and stuff when you're younger.
Yeah, which I'm trying to do, and it's not very good. I'm like, I learned Xbox 360, loads of movies, TV shows, Nickelodeon TV shows as a kid, but I can't remember anything now. Like I said, I could have learned like foreign languages and something useful. But at least I could tell you like the safe combination for like Resident Evil 2. But yeah, it's all right. It's a decent game. I'm glad I'm glad I didn't pay like 30, 40 quid for it. You know, I'm glad they give it to me for nothing because I'd have felt really robbed if they'd have made me pay for this.
Yeah. I just wasn't interested in it. I played it so many times myself. I'm just like, man,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I wanted to see what the differences were, and there isn't any.
That's fair.
You know, or if there is minor differences, I could probably just watch a 10-minute YouTube video.
Yeah, I don't think there is much difference. I watched some comparison videos. I was like, well, they've already done anything, so
yeah,
meh.
Yeah, yeah. And other than that, really, just a little bit of Mario Kart multiplayer, and that's all I played, really.
Nice one, Nick. Anything else from you, Darren?
Yeah, a few things. I'll come round again. It's fine.
Yep.
So yeah, I picked up this week Hyrule Warriors: Age of Imprisonment.
Oh, it's for the Switch too.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this that's the hacky sashi fighting?
Yes,
isn't
it's a lot more story kind of focused in this.
Okay.
Than I remember from the previous one. So it's kind of like an evolution of the Dynasty Warriors, Samurai Warriors type of games that the developer's known for making, but they obviously hit a nice little niche on the original Wii U, I think it was, wasn't it, the first one?
Oh, it's going back.
And then it was ported to the Switch as like a definitive edition, and then they did like the sequel on the Switch as well. I think it's like Age of Calamity, wasn't it, which was the second one.
Mamma mia!
Yeah, carry on. Sorry.
And yeah, this is their latest one, and it's pretty damn good. It runs at a smoother frame rate than the previous games, although I believe the original Switch version of the first game runs around 60 FPS.
Wasn't that originally on 3DS, though, the first Hyrule Warriors?
Possibly, I'm not sure.
I don't know if it was Wii, then 3DS, I think.
Wii U. Because I'll definitely have it on the Wii U.
Yeah, it was on the Wii U and the DS. I've just had a look on Wikipedia.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Anyway, carry on.
But yeah, it's got more of the art style from obviously the Breath of the Wild and stuff in this, so it feels more like it's connected to those games. Like I said, there's like a narrative that's running through it all. So far, the beginning of the game, like the first hour or so, it's pretty cutscene heavy.
Okay.
With things that are sort of going on and whatnot, and teaching you all of the different attacks. So you've got like kind of like a standard attack move ability that you can use, and an aerial counter attack ability as well. And you're basically like chipping away at the larger enemies to knock their shields down, so you can do follow-up attacks. And you've also got like team-up attacks that come up when you're near one of the other set of characters, and you've got your special bars are lit up. You do like a hand slap, and you can perform like tag team moves. And they've all been generally different, the ones I've come across so far, with depending on who you're doing the tag team with. So one of the interesting ones was like firing lasers, and I was controlling each of the lasers with each of the thumbsticks on the controller.
Oh, that's cool.
Which is kind of pretty awesome.
Hmm.
So yeah, if you like these kind of games, I think this is definitely a good choice. I don't know if it's going to have like the amount of characters that some of the older games have. This seems to be, if you're a furry, you're going to love this game. Because pretty much most of the characters I've bumped into or I'm going around with are furries.
Okay.
So, but I'm having some good fun with it. The music's good, the vibe's good. It looks decent. I don't think it's running at anything like 4K or whatever. That's the only sort of downside. They've obviously, to get that 60 FPS with all the crap going on screen, I'm guessing they had to knock down the resolution a little bit. So, like, when it's zoomed out, it doesn't look that crisp or anything. But then you'll have other bits where there's like a cutscene or something. In-game cutscene, I will say, because the cutscenes in the game, it's kind of the annoying thing that you get in certain games now. Like, you'll get cutscenes that are kind of like pre-rendered video, and they look worse than the actual in-game graphics, which used to be the complete opposite back in the day, didn't it?
Yeah, indeed, yeah.
You'd like have those PS1 games or Dreamcast games, you'd be like, oh wow, this looks incredible. Can you imagine when graphics look like the video openings to the game? And we kind of hit that, I'd say, around the 360 PS3 era for a lot of that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some games now where you're just kind of like, why does this look shit and kind of not in focus?
Yeah.
And then you're like, it's because it's like pre-rendered video recording. Don't know why they've done that, but there we go.
Yeah.
Which is why I think a lot of games now use the actual in-engine characters and things like that for cutscenes rather than just firing off like a created separate thing.
Cool. Oh, right. So how much time have you put into this then? I know Dan's picked up
about an hour and a half.
Oh, okay. So
about an hour and a half.
Okay. Fair enough. Looks fun though, mate. Yeah, it does look good. It looks, just like Breath of the Wild. Yeah, as you say. Just
the Switch 2's going on a little flurry for me over the next month or so.
Oh, really?
A couple more games out for it. Yeah, I'll be picking up Hades 2.
Oh, okay.
I think that's out in like a week or two, like on physical.
Nice.
And then obviously the beginning of December you got Metroid.
Oh, excellent. Wow, plenty for you to play then.
Over the Christmas period at work and stuff, that'd be pretty cool.
Nice. Good times. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to have a little moan fest now. So if you remember last week's podcast, well, Nick won't because he wasn't here. But
hey, I watched it on YouTube.
Did you hear me say how excited I was for Arma Reforger 1.6 update?
No, the app kept crashing.
Oh, okay. So, one positive is the campaign's pretty fun. I did mention it last week, so I'm not going to delve into it too much. It's a campaign. I played the first 2 levels, and it is basically on the nude. So they've got a new map on the game, and it's huge, and it's basically all the Arma you know and love, where you have a compass and a map. You can't see where you are, and you've got to figure out where to go, and you have missions to do. Like the first mission is your helicopter's crashed, and you've got to get to your extract people. Anyway, I was like, I'm going to check out the multiplayer, And what the fuck?
Versus multiplayer or...
No, so the multiplayer, so it's 2 teams. Yeah, so it's 64 players per team if you're on a 128 player server. And I have loved this game. I've put over 300 hours into Arma since I got it in January.
Wow.
And I was addicted to it at the beginning of the year, and I felt like it's probably one of the best multiplayer experiences I've ever had. However, they fucked it. Absolutely fucked it. So basically, I only played the official servers, and what they've done is they've changed the game mode on all of the official servers. So the game mode that I used to know and love was called Conflict. So basically, two teams, and it's there's radio you start off at a main base. Each team starts off at a main base, and you basically got to go through the map, capture bases to expand your radio network. And the first team to have 5 of the main big bases wins. right? So the beginning of the game is normally pretty chill. You're just fighting the AI and getting the bases, etc., and then you're expanding your network. And so it's basically, it's like sections you're capturing. But then obviously, like mid-game, it gets that crux where everyone's fighting over those middle ones, and one team's going one way, one team's going the other, and you're capturing bases back and forth. And you could be, if you don't want to be on the front line fighting, you can just grab a delivery truck and go and get supplies and run them back to the bases. Because every time you spawn and take gear, your supplies at all the different bases dwindle down depending at the base you're getting the stuff from. It's worked really well. I've had a lot of fun with this game. I've memorized the big map. I could go in it and just fucking go anywhere I want. Just off memory, I've played it that much. Now, what it is in this new mode is it's called Headquarters. So it's not Conflict, it's called Headquarters, right?
I used to know there used to be rolling papers called Headquarters.
Oh, fun times.
In the 90s, yeah.
So Arma Reforger has gone from one of the best online multiplayer experiences I've ever had in my life on this conflict mode to what the fuck have they done? And everyone, like the Steam forums are full of people moaning, etc., etc. Now, the only saving grace is there's a lot of fan-made servers running the old mode. So if you go, so you can pretty much filter your server search between official and modded servers. So there's a lot of people that have just spun up their own servers running the old mode, which is good. So you can still play it. But this new mode is like, I don't know what they've done. It's like they're trying to force, and I get why they've tried to do this, is they've tried to force more player cohesion. So basically, the game is similar, but throughout the whole map, there was these set places for all the different bases. But now you have to join a squad, and it's like basically you've got, your rifleman squads, you've got your engineer squads, you've got different squads that do different things. And you have and basically the leader of the different squads decides on the map what your squad's going to do, and then it's supposed to get in the chat and say, look guys, we're going to go and build a base here. So basically your squad leader, if you're on, can plonk like an icon on the map in any location and be like, right, we need to take this stuff and build a base there. So the base is kind of like going random places. And in theory, you'd think, oh, that would work quite well if people work together well and communicate. But that's not what people are like. So the reason this conflict mode worked so well was because you could kind of get away with being on your own and just doing your own thing, but you were still contributing to the game, if that makes sense.
Yeah, didn't you used to basically just shuttle supplies back and forth?
Yeah, so
between the camps and stuff.
So for me, it would depend on my mood. So if I'm in a social mood, I would have joined a squad or a team, because you got the whole team chat with the 64 players and be like, right, who wants to help me go do this or whatever? And that actually happened. But I'd go, a lot of the time I'd go in and just wanting to be on my own and just chill and grab a truck and ferry supplies to places, maybe take an AI base. Maybe I'd get in the fight sometimes if I felt like it, but, if I wanted to chill, I'd chill. There isn't that option now at all. It's forcing you to be in a squad with people and doing what that squad leader says, or the game just doesn't go anywhere. And I think they've missed a trick here, because they're trying to make it a bit more like games like Squad, where you really forces that gameplay mechanic. But the problem is, this game's been out for quite a long time now. I know it only hit consoles this year, but it's been out on PC for about two years now. And this conflict game mode's been kind of the staple mode for quite a long time. So someone like me, I've gotten really used to playing it. and it gives you that kind of freedom on this giant ass map to kind of choose to work together or not, if that makes sense. But even if you're on your own, you're still contributing. Whereas now it's like they've changed like a lot of the rules. Like you can't even spawn at certain places unless you're a certain rank now, which is absolutely ridiculous. They've really funneled it down to you can't get a lot of gear unless you're certain ranks in the game either now, where like they did bring that in but before, like about 6 months ago, and it worked quite well. But they've
wasn't that to do with vehicles and stuff? So people can just spam like vehicles and ruin them.
No, it's not that. It was like you couldn't take certain loadouts until you were a higher rank. That worked quite well and initially, but now they've taken it a step higher and made it take a lot longer to get up those ranks. And it's really like you only really go up a rank now if you're in a squad and doing what your squad leader tells you what to do. So yeah, the new mode, I don't like it. And I know it, and it's not just the fact that it's changed from what I've known and loved. It's just, I think it's gone in the wrong direction for the player base and how I want to play, especially. And a lot of people do feel the same way. And it's just a shame because I'm not going to be using those official servers anymore. I'm going to have to go and find some, third party, some fan servers now, which is annoying. So yeah, it's just when it was like when you're used to playing a game and it's awesome and it's all fun, and then they change it up so much, you're like, what the fuck have you done? I really think they've made a huge mistake here. So yeah, I'm not happy with the multiplayer at all now. So yeah, it's a shame because it's gone from, one of the best multiplayer experiences I've ever had in gaming to a load of wank, and that's very disappointing. So
I imagine they'll kind of probably revert stuff if there's been such an outcry from the community about it.
Well, this is what people are hoping for, because like the Steam forums are just full of people complaining about it. So hoping the devs do listen and change it up, because otherwise it's just going to die. I think because the player numbers have dropped massively since this update. So they need to do something. So yeah, that's my moan over. Back to you, Darren, because Nick's played all his games. He's talked about all his games.
Obviously, still playing Bollocks Pit or Bullocks Pit,
yes.
Ball Pit,
yeah,
whatever the name is on it, sort of a thing. Being sort of obviously playing that, fair enough. Like dip in, dip out.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. You can have like a good 15-20 minute session on it and then sort of do some harvesting, etc., and then switch it off. I've basically got the final level to unlock. Now I've got, I think, maybe 1 or 2 more characters left to unlock. The characters in this game that you unlock are so weird and bizarre. Like I've said before about all of they all play slightly differently.
Yeah.
And I unlocked one, I think it was like last week or the week before, called the Tactician.
Oh, okay.
And he's a huge fan of role-playing games. And he plays the game turn-based.
Oh, what?
Yeah, exactly. So literally you move your character, you aim, you fire, your balls do your damage, the enemy then moves, and then you get to do it again. It is literally like turn-based.
Weird.
It is kind of funny. And the last character, which he's going for at the moment, he's basically like Rambo. Oh. I think he's called like the Veteran or something like that. He auto-plays.
Oh.
So you don't even have to do anything.
Oh, right.
So at the moment, he is clearing a level for me, and I'm not even doing shit. I'm just watching him.
Oh, how bizarre.
But it's interesting watching him do, obviously, the different combinations and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Very strange.
But there's such a nice amount of stuff to the game.
Yeah.
He's at the boss now. Although he will get to like a boss, and I've seen him like almost balls up, because he doesn't know how to avoid the damage that's coming in. But yeah, obviously I've started clearing some of the maps as well on like the fast mode, which is like sped up. So you can increase the bonus. Like whenever you first clear a map, you can basically build like a totem in your village, which will increase one of your statistics by a certain percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Every other character that you complete that map with will also add to that percentage, and then you can add percentages to the top of that by clearing that same map with those characters in fast mode as well.
Yeah.
So you're kind of slowly like increasing all of your stats little by little.
Yeah.
Sort of a thing, and I just think it's just such a fantastic game.
Cool. Yeah, I've not played it at all.
Like this is definitely a game that someone like Dan, I think, would really like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
For his commutes and stuff, because it is on the Switch.
Yeah.
And I imagine on the Switch it could be quite interesting, especially if it allows you to do the old classic where you can play it vertically.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
Which I know certain games on the Switch did originally, didn't they? Like the pinball games and stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Cool.
So yeah, there's that. Obviously, I was about to say Defiance then for a second. You're going back some there.
Yeah.
First Descendant had its Season 3 Part 2 or whatever it is come out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's all right.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately, the game at the moment is literally it's tuned for broken builds.
Right.
Because the developers have said they don't want to nerf the characters, which I can kind of understand because people have obviously spent a lot of time like leveling their builds and all of that sort of stuff and equipping the right modules and such. And obviously, yeah, shockingly enough, if you start changing that and taking that away from people, you're probably going to lose players.
Yeah.
But at the same time, because those people were running around pretty much one-shotting enemies.
Wow.
In a majority of the content, using skills, I might add, like it's the kind of annoying thing in the fact that the game is a third-person shooter with skill-based characters. And the guns now are fucking useless. Like, no one uses them.
Oh.
Like, you never really see anyone using the guns when you go into games. It's just all skills. Because that's what actually does the damage. I mean, I've got a machine gun that's pretty much fully done up. It's also got, like, the core unlocking on it, which increases the damage and other bits and bobs on it. Still takes around a full clip of that ammo to kill one normal enemy in the new content. And that's 75 rounds as well, because I've got an extended mag. And you're just like, what is this? Like, it's fun, obviously, when you're in groups doing it, because it doesn't really make much difference.
Yeah.
Because you're obviously all going through, and it's kind of like a raid in Final Fantasy. You're not going to be able to solo everything. You need everyone working together to chip the enemies down.
Yeah.
But this story content, it's not. You're on your own. There's a mission before it where you're running through the certain zone which they added last, which was basically this content where it's the kind of content that obviously the broken build people were crying out for, but if you go there now, no one's doing the missions and you can't solo them unless you've got a broken build. And even then, you don't see any of them doing them because they've probably already soloed all the shit and got everything and not bothered going back there. So you've got new players wandering around that can't get stuff done because no one else is running that content anymore. And they're obviously newer, so they're not actually leveled up. And even if you are leveled up normally, you're going to have quite a struggle or an effort to actually get those done.
Yeah.
So it's kind of frustrating, and I think it's sort of they need to kind of try and address this now because it's stupid. Like, yes, you've got the broken build people complaining that there's no content for us to do, and it's like, yeah, because you just breeze for everything with your stupid fucking autistic build that you've come up with. That doesn't necessarily make sense, but obviously you've gamed the numbers and the percentages and all this other shit.
Yeah.
to obviously go in and run around one-shotting things. There's a character I've got in the game whose only real attacking ability is like the upside-down shuriken spin. That's got like a 30-second or so cooldown on it.
Yeah.
There's people in dungeons spam that move.
Wow.
And I'm like, how are you fucking doing that? And you're one-shotting all the enemies doing that as well.
Oh. Cheats, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know, mate. But it just seems that the game is now catering to those people, and it's pushing everyone else away.
Yeah, that's a shame.
Because you'll literally go on there, or you'll see someone say, "Oh, the difficulty on this," and in all the comments, it's like, "Oh, get good noob," you know, that elitist shite.
Yeah, perhaps you need to move on to another game.
From some 14-year-old kid who copied someone's build off the internet.
Yeah.
Sort of a thing, and doesn't even use their weapons, and is just literally spamming the same skill over and over throughout a dungeon and thinking like, yeah, I'm great. And it's just like, no, you're kind of slowly killing the game, and the devs need to get on top of this before everyone fucks off, and all you're left with is those broken build people. And guess what? They're going to continue to break the game. They're going to continue to fuck the numbers and all of the rest of it. So whatever content you come up with will never be good enough.
Yeah.
Until you eventually hit a brick wall and just give up because you didn't do anything about it. Like, and the funny thing is that I think the devs have said they're kind of slowly trying to bring the rest of the characters up to the top one at the moment, which I think is Serena.
Oh, right.
And it's like, she's a normal descendant. She's not even an ultimate descendant. So you've got, like, pretty much the best descendants in the game that people are running are normal descendants at the moment. They're not even ultimates.
Okay.
And it should be the ultimate versions that are the ones that do the more damage because they're ultimate.
Yeah.
That's the point. But I've still been playing it because the new pass is out and everything. That's really good. That's got some good rewards on it. There's like new sword stuff. There's a new time-consuming, pointless bullshit in the game, which is basically new mods for your characters with random stat rolls on them.
Okay.
That are reasonably good, so you're more than likely going to get a stat roll that's a good stat roll, another good one, a good one, and because gaming, a fucking shit one that puts something down, which I've never been a fan of in games. Like, as soon as I generally see modules or upgrades in games that reduce your stats, I'm like, why would I fucking put that on?
Yeah.
Like, why would I have that on? Like, that's just silly. And you can re-roll them, obviously, if they're not the right stats. Can you choose what ones to re-roll? If you don't like, no. It's just the whole thing gets re-rolled, and guess what? You're generally going to get shit every time, and then each time you re-roll it, the cost goes up. So I think I kind of looked at them, and it's going to be one of those where it's like, if I get a good one for one of my characters and it comes in with like some yellow and purples on it and stuff, yeah, I might try it out. But at the end of the day, these aren't worth it. Yeah. It's just another time sink and bollocks for people, I suppose, with certain builds that want to push those builds to an even higher limit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it is just weird how, like, you can go into certain content in the game and be like, yeah, and you're having good fun, and then you just get into other content and it's like you've just run into an invisible barrier.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, Jesus Christ, even if I was to carry this run through, it's going to take me about half an hour. And then you get to the boss and it's like regenning health and firing all this bullshit. And obviously, because it's a video game boss, it continuously spawns ads that you're eventually going to run out of ammo trying to kill.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, absolutely futile, pointless. But yeah, there's no one there to go to the devs and be like, yeah, you don't see an issue with this, you don't see a problem with this. Like, why is this here? Like, why is this here in a single-player part of the game? In a multiplayer game, people have already said to you before, like, this is a multiplayer game, you don't need the single-player shit.
Yeah.
And if you're there, at least make the single player shit passable for, we'll say, 75% of the actual player base. So then they can access the other versions and run it with other people. So yeah, there is that. I'm just quickly checking to see if there was anything.
I've played one more game, mate, while you check.
Oh yeah, I've played another one before we quickly go, and I completed Absalom again.
Oh, nice.
I ran through that with the dwarven character. I still haven't unlocked the frog guy, Brom, I think his name is. It's like I've gone to him on the map because I'm still, like, each time I go through the game, I'm still finding new stuff. New bosses and new areas and new quests are turning up. So I rescued him, and he was like, I'll meet you back at base. He's not back at base.
Oh.
And so I don't know where the hell he is, and he's not on the map anymore. So it's just like, I don't even know when I unlock that character or if I've missed out on unlocking him or something. I don't know. Or maybe I have to bump into him again randomly in the world before, because I think it was the same with, is it Cinder, the other sort of ninja-y character that I've unlocked? It's like I bumped into her twice in the game, and then she was at the camp. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, still really enjoying that game. It's really well made and fun.
Yeah, it does look really, really good. Side-scrolling beat 'em up.
It's on everything, I believe, like Switch, PC, Xbox, PlayStation.
Nice. Cool. I played a new game. Well, not new, but new to me. It's on PlayStation Plus, and me and Marcus have been playing quite a lot of this week. Tabs. Totally accurate battle simulator.
Oh, right.
Oh, Tabs, my God. This game is hilarious. So we've just been playing...
Is it one of those... is this one of those physics games?
Kinda. But basically, it's a war... So basically, the way that you play it in two-player couch versus is there's a battlefield, and you choose 30... Well, up to 30 different... people to fight on your army, or you get a certain amount of gold, and things cost money, but it's characters from it goes all the way back, the Viking era. You've got knights from the medieval era. You've got the Renaissance era. You've got it goes silly. You've got evil, good. So you get angels or devils and all these other little characters. You've got pirates. Loads of different types of thing, people to go in your army, and it's basically you face off. So you put them down, and then the other person puts them down, and you watch them fight, and it's just really silly, and you can just make it as wacky as you want. There's loads of different variations of levels, which is cool.
Is this the one on the PC where you can basically have 1,000 medieval soldiers versus a chicken or something?
Yeah, because you can mod I think on PC you can mod it. But obviously on PlayStation, if you're just playing it properly, it's 30 versus 30.
Right.
There is a single player campaign as well, which we've not touched, but we've just been enjoying just sitting there, making up our armies, just having a laugh. I'll be right, I'm going to choose pirates, and Marcus chooses ghosts and skeletons and things like that. We're going to see who wins, and just have this fight. But the way the physics is done, they're quite ragdolly. It's just quite funny to watch them fight, and you can zoom in and see what's going on and that. Yeah, we've been having a blast playing this because it's just really silly. It's just really silly fun, So, yeah. I just if you've not checked it out, check it out. There is an online. I think on the PlayStation, you can get mods as well. So we downloaded a few things, different levels and some more different units and things. But what they actually have in the main game is just really funny. So, yeah, I just wanted to mention it because it's a cool little game.
And this is like a free on PS Plus
it's on
one, is it?
PlayStation Plus, yeah. But my PlayStation Plus runs out tomorrow, and I've cancelled the auto renew because we're coming up to Black Friday, aren't we? So I'm waiting to see if they do.
Yeah. They usually have like a deal where they knock it back to the old price.
Yeah, try and get a year.
And you're like, oh, I've got a deal.
Yeah,
paid the original price.
Yeah. So, but no, it's a cool little game, and that's all I've played. Anyone else played anything else before we move into the Xbox 360 games?
Yeah, but not really worth like what's it in, like Fortnite and etc. 14 and stuff.
Oh, mate. Well, let's get into the 360 games released in October and November 2006, and there's quite a few, but I think we can skim over quite a few of them. So October.
I shouldn't have reminded you to do all this, should I?
Well, I'm quite happy. I mean, we can do just October and then do November next week if we remember. If you're
that's fine, blast through them all because we'll just forget. At least we can. Then all we've got to worry about is December.
All right, okay.
And there's only 3 of us on as well, I suppose. Like you might have more.
Okay, so October 2006, on the 3rd of October we had NHL and NBA 2K7. Yeah, okay. October the 10th, we had Tiger Woods PGA Tour 07, which was actually
played loads of that.
Did you?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I played this round of friends.
It was one of the first golf games where you use the analog stick up and down to swing rather than everybody's
pushing a button and stopping it.
Yeah.
All I remember is making my own character playing. Because I used to play golf then as well. All I remember is just hitting the ball and he's like, be the hole, and then you could just hold a button when you're playing and your guy would just scream. He'd be like, ah. And I think if you were playing online, that's what that'd do in the other guys. He'd shut up, shouting.
I'm sure I played this online a lot with the community back in the day as well, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like a lot of these games, you play them and you're like, oh, that's awesome. And because it's EA game and next year's will be so much better, and it's the same.
Yeah.
I think, is Tiger Woods still up? Because obviously he sort of got, took off a lot.
I think he's part of the 2K golf stuff now, isn't he? Whereas he was mainly involved with the EA.
Yeah, because I think they stopped it for a few years. Because, what was he? He was, sleeping around and
cheated on his wife or whatever,
stuff like that. Yeah, it is what it is, I suppose. And then it came back for a little while as Rory McIlroy's golf.
Yeah.
And it's just, a lot of people said, nah, it's just not the same.
Yeah. I
think a lot of these games, they concentrate more on, realism rather than just being fun.
But it was a fun game, I do remember.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, from, as they got up further, they became a lot more simmy. So I think I played, some of the demos and stuff like that, and it's just nah. I think I tried one on the Wii as well. That was a bloody nightmare.
Yeah, I can imagine.
With the stick.
I'm sure you could get a golf club add-on for the Wii controller back in the day as well.
It's just a bit of plastic, though.
Yeah, but I'm sure I'd have a vague memory of them. I really do.
Yeah, just so you can have something else to smash through your TV.
That's it. Right, let's move on.
Yeah.
Let's move on anyway. Same day, X-Men, the official game, came out. Any of you guys play that?
Is this the one that got recalled?
I have no idea. But
there was an X-Men game on the 360 that came out that either had a licensing issue or a game engine issue.
Right.
And it was
okay. No idea. I don't really recall playing this. So I don't think
if it's the one I think it is, it's the one where you pick from 3 new students enrolling at Xavier's school or academy or whatever it is.
Right.
I own it.
Okay.
On the 360 still. Because I remember this and Two Human were like two games that got delisted.
Oh, okay.
Over something.
October 17th, 2006, a real big game came out. Splinter Cell Double Agent.
This is the one with the multiplayer mode, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Spies versus something, was it that?
Spies versus Mercs was on the original Xbox Splinter Cell, wasn't it?
Ah.
I don't think this was...
Because I remember when you played as the Mercs, you were in first person.
That's right,
if you played as the Spies,
I think you're thinking
it was traditional.
What was the other Splinter Cell game? Oh, fuck. It's going to escape.
Something with C, wasn't it? Conviction?
Yeah, it was one on the original Xbox, Darren, I think, was the Spies versus Mercs.
Right.
I think it was the 360
But I
version.
didn't play it on that. I remember playing it on this in multiplayer with like the lads.
Right. I just remember the probably the last good Splinter Cell game, wasn't it? Double Agent? Has there been any since then? I can't remember.
Yeah, there was one after it.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Didn't they start getting a bit like Assassin's Creedy later when they were using a lot of the same stuff like that?
Getting a bit sneaky and...
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'm just watching a video now and he's done a bit of lockpicking, escaping from prison.
Very inspired by Metal Gear, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Either I just saw a shooting star or that was a weird firework that made no noise.
Strange. But
it was multicoloured, so I'm guessing
either way, make a wish.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, October and November 2006 on the Xbox 360 are fully loaded with great games. Great time to be alive it was. Next, on the same day as Splinter Cell, on the 17th of October 2006, was Godfather the Game.
Never played it, but I think it was quite well received, wasn't it?
I think it was. I don't remember playing this either. I don't think I did. Looks like an open. It looks like a Grand Theft Auto. Just looking at the video now.
It's a very Mafia-esque.
Yeah, it is. Driving around the city. I must have played this. I must have done. This does look very familiar.
You probably rented it from Boomerang or something.
Probably did. I reckon if I look through my Chivo list, I'll find it on there. Yeah, looks very Mafia actually, like that kind of era. Graphics still hold up all right as well, by the looks of it. Yeah, man. What a time to be alive. Next game that came out on the same day, October 17th, 2006, is a game that I didn't play, but I'll just briefly mention it. Rapala Tournament Fishing.
Yeah, remember the name, never played it.
Fishing game, open world kind of fishing game. Yay, fun times. The next game came out on the 18th of October 2006, Xbox Live Arcade title. I definitely played this a lot because I was banging to my Xbox Live Arcade games back then. Lumines Live, Xbox Live Arcade. Bit like Tetris, but it had the music going along the screen. And you had to line up the different coloured balls. So I'm looking at it now, red or white, and you've got to get 4, like a block, like a square, to get rid of them. But if you got like more than a square in a row, you got more points, and then it got faster and faster, and the music changed, and the background changed, and it was got very.
Is that the one with all the fireworks and stuff going off and things, or am I thinking of another game?
You're thinking of a different one. No, this is like blocks, like squares, and it's a bit like Tetris, but more wide. And it has really cool, funky electronic music.
One of my favourites for those was still Baku Baku Animal on the Saturn.
I never played it.
You lined up the animals with the food, and they basically eat along the lines, and then drop the blocks from above down, which would then do combos and things.
Ooh, cool. Yeah, so there's that.
I was just saying, Webby, I remember that was on PSP, wasn't it?
It was on PSP as well.
And then they brought another version out on 360. I think that still kept it. Oh, what's the point of buying PSP if I can get them on Xbox and all that sort of stuff. Even back then, on it.
Wow, yeah. But no, this was a good fun game. So yeah, this was when Xbox Live Arcade was starting to hit its stride, and I was gobbling up all the games back then. October 23rd, 2006 was another big release for Xbox 360 with the first Just Cause game. Remember Just Cause? What a game.
Oh, yeah, I remember it.
What a game.
I only ever played the second one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My friend had the first one, and I watched him play it a lot, so I was just like, there's no need.
Ah, fair enough. I just remember the big open world of the island, and you could, like, parachute, and you had the grappling hook, and you see crazy shit. Just so much fun, man. So much time, so much fun. Yeah.
Probably one of the first sort of like open playground type of games of that genre. Go around, cause havoc.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a really good time. Next, on October the 24th, 2006, was Marvel Ultimate Alliance. You must have played
Again, a
this
friend
game.
of mine had this. Yeah, I played it, but I didn't own it. A friend had it, and I just used to play it co-op with him when he used to pop round.
Is this a fighting game?
It's sort of like a top-down fighting game, yeah, with like a ton of characters to unlock and power up.
Oh, okay. I never played it. This does not look familiar to me at all, but it looks quite cool. Yeah, man. Also on October 24th was Tony Hawk's Project 8. I never played this.
I owned this, I believe.
Wow.
This was weird. Wasn't this like them kind of doing the open world thing, where it's like you create a character and bowl around doing different challenges around the open world for the different skaters in the areas? Like you go up to them and get a mission or a quest.
Yeah, it kind of looks like that from the video I'm watching at the moment. Yeah.
No, I think they went back to the roots for this. I think the underground games were more like that. This is the downfall.
This was like, well, I'm just watching a video now, and there's a character just going around this city.
But I think they brought the timers back for this one.
Yes, you're right. There is a timer at the top of the screen. Yes, yeah.
Yes, yeah. There was a game pretty much every year, and it jumped the shark a long time before this.
Right. Okay. Looks interesting anyway. October 25th, 2006, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 was released. No one.
I didn't play this. No, I don't think.
I think this is like the original, like the old school one, wasn't it? And they just put it like as a.
It's like the definitive version, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically the old version like that we knew and loved from, say, the Mega Drive or whatever. But they put it like onto Xbox Live Arcade. Yeah, I'm just watching a video now.
I think it's Saturn. I've got it on Saturn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was Saturn and PlayStation.
Yeah.
I think it was Saturn and PlayStation, etc.
I think PlayStation had, I think, Mortal Kombat 3 Trilogy, and then Saturn had Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
Oh, okay.
But you know what they're like with these games, releasing them a different version every. They're pretty much doing the same thing Street Fighter were doing with about 4 different versions of 2.
Yeah. October the 30th, 2006, we had a really good game as well. Call of Duty 3 for the Xbox 360. Went back to World War II era for Call of Duty 3.
This was the first of the sort of like Treyarch Call of Duties, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
No, aren't you thinking of World at War?
No.
Pretty sure 3 was after 2, and then we went to Modern Warfare, didn't we?
Yeah, so this was before Modern Warfare, because Call of Duty 4 is Modern Warfare, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that came out 2007, I believe, was COD 4.
And I'm trying to think, because I get confused with them, because there were so many. I don't know if this was the first one that had D-Day. I don't know if it was this one or World at War. It could have been both, actually.
Not sure. Well, it's definitely World War Two. Looking at the video, and yeah, man, good. This is when Call of Duty games were fucking brilliant. Yeah, good times. And the last game released October 2006 was October the 31st, 2006, and it was another good game by EA. Need for Speed Carbon. I loved this game back in the day. It was so much fun. Because it's kind of like, the old Need for Speeds back then. It was all about being, nighttime in the city, doing up your car, putting the neon lights and the body kits on and all that,
Was Carbon the one with the downhill drift race, like the one-on-ones?
I can't remember any drifting. I just remember the racing and the tuning of the cars and stuff. I'm just trying to have a look at the video. This video.
I definitely had this.
It's fucking awesome, man. No, that was a good time for games in general, really, especially racing games, because now we're into November, and the 5th of November 2006, Darren, one of the greatest driving games of all time released. Test Drive Unlimited.
I did see that, yeah.
Test Drive Unlimited, Xbox 360. What?
Also the prototype for the second game.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what else we can say about it. I mean, I pumped a lot of hours into this game. This was one of those games for me where I initially played it and thought it was shite, and then went back to it months later and decided to give it a proper go, and then just got absolutely addicted to it. I spent hours just driving around the island, just cruising, listening to some music. Just made me feel better, like in my mind. Just unlocking the roads and stuff. It was just such a good time. Was just such a good game,
There are certain games that, definitely don't grab you when they first come out.
Yeah.
Or you're kind of like, I don't know. And then you sort of stick with it and you're like,
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a weird thing, like this game holds such fond memories for me because, like, back then I wasn't really in a good place, like, mentally. And this game kind of pulled me through some hard times as well, which is why this game still resonates with me today, because it just, when I felt really down and stuff, this was the game that just put me in a happy place. I could just put it on and cruise the island and look at the sunsets and stuff like that, just drive, and it would just make me smile. It's just such a great game / experience. So yeah, it's definitely for me one of the greatest driving games of that generation for those reasons. For some reason it's got Call of Duty 3 releasing on the 7th of November as well, so I don't know why it's got it twice on my...
Webby, because you've got Tony Hawk's Project 8, there was some on 360 and the original Xbox. So that was probably, because remember they bought Call of Duty 3, I think it was called Call of Duty 3 Big Red 1.
Right.
No, that was I think that was when Call of Duty 2 came out. Not 3, but...
Well, I know they released them at the same, within a few weeks of each other. Yeah. The same as Tony Hawk Project 8, that was on original Xbox and 360, because it's bloody expensive on 360, but not on original Xbox. So I don't think it sold that much, because, yeah. Okay. I think that's what it was, Webby.
Right, okay. 7th of November 2006... Fear came out. Now this was a good game as well. First person shooter, pretty scary at the time from memory. Yeah. Did you guys play this? I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
It was just a really cool game.
I got more into the sequels, I will say.
Oh, really?
But I know the first one's really well beloved.
It was just like one of those, like you had like first person shooter, but there's all this fucked up shit happening as well. You know, with this spooky ghost girl from what I remember, and dudes would just go flying out of nowhere and stuff, and yeah, it was just one of those real good horror first person shooters. You know, added a good twist to it. You know, yeah.
We haven't had any sort of like gothic or horror themed shooters and stuff for a while. We used to get quite a few of them. There was like random, like Wild West ones, wasn't there? Like, was it Dead Watch or something? Was that on the free or the original Xbox or something? Watch, where you played like a ghost guy going around in the Wild West shooting people.
That doesn't ring any bells in my mind, to be honest. Okay, next game. I was also on the 7th of November 2006. Is a game that Nick's already talked about. Gears of War.
Yes, why I bought 360.
Relief.
Yeah, the original Gears of War. 20 years almost. Wow. Crazy. The 8th of November, Xbox Live Arcade released Contra, which was already a beloved game anyway. So that's pretty cool. And then on the 9th of November, we had a game that is very beloved by many people. Viva Pinata. Xbox.
Well made. What? That probably holds up because of the art style.
Yeah. Yeah, I spent many hours on this, tending my garden and having the animals and getting them to mate, and they do the little dance and stuff.
I think they remastered this as well at some point.
I think they have, yeah. Yeah. So that's a cool little game. 10th of November, I never played this. Didn't even think they did these games. The History Channel, Civil War, made by Activision. Didn't even know. Yeah. Did you ever play this? I didn't even know it was a thing.
I think there was a few like weird History Channel like associated games that came out.
This looks like a first-person shooter. Wow.
What?
Yeah, it's first-person shooter.
I thought it would have been like a. Thought it would have been like a tactical type of thing.
No, it's a first-person shooter. I'm just watching the video now. Wow.
I remember it. It kind of looked like a PS1 game. It's just really crap and low rent.
Yeah, it is. Oh, wow. The 13th of November 2006, another game released that I've never heard of. Blitz the League by Midway.
The American football game.
Yeah, that's what I think they are. Yeah, they're like more arcadey, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, American football. Yeah, just brought up a video. Yeah,
they're pretty big in America.
Of course, yeah. November the 14th, Xbox Live Arcade released the original Sonic the Hedgehog, which we all know and love, which is cool. And also on the same date was another game called Aragon.
Oh, wasn't this based off of a film?
Yeah, the same name.
Yes. Oh my god, this looks very meh.
I think this was around the time of like film time games kind of having a bad rep.
I mean, most of them.
This looks really bad. Well, I'm going to say, wow. It's like a third-person kind of hacky-slashy type game with shit graphics and gameplay. Let's go on to something that's decent. Also on the same day, November 14th, 2006, WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2007.
Yes. Very good.
Wrestling game. Great.
Again, I don't know if I own this or not, but I definitely played most of the yearly release.
Yeah, I played this one and then the one after that, and I haven't really played them since.
This was back when wrestling games were aiming more at the fun factor than trying to be realistic. I find them a bit too button heavy now, to be honest.
Yeah. After this, they started getting very up, rather than just being fun, it was all like counter-attacking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like that stupid amount. It was like everyone, I think a couple after this, I want to say 2008 or 2009, they brought in, I mean, they always had, but it was just like the computer would just counter everything you're doing.
Yeah.
And then even if you managed to counter them, they could counter the counter with a counter of their own.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, I can't. Like I said, it stopped being fun because I think they were trying to get more simmy.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, that was, I remember playing that and it was good fun.
Yeah, and then you could play these on stream and then Chris Benoit walks out and you're like, oh dear. That was fun.
20th of November, mate, 2006. I don't think I played this. I don't know if you guys did. Superman Returns, the video game. Anyone play this?
No, definitely not.
Shit. But, yeah. 21st of November.
I don't think it was N64 Superman levels of bad, but I think because we'd had some games, like Spider-Man 2 and some of these that were really good, especially just after the GTA games, I think that people had high hopes for this.
Yeah.
And it was shit.
Yeah. Looks shite.
Yeah.
A game that hit Xbox Live Arcade on the 21st of November 2006 is a game that I certainly played. A game called Small Arms. Anyone remember this?
The name rang a bell, but I can't remember it.
It's kind of like a clone of Mario. Oh my god, my brain is. I'm tired.
Smash Bros.
Smash Bros. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, Smash Bros. Yeah, it's like Smash Bros, but it's an Xbox Live Arcade version with funky characters. That's basically how I can explain it. And you get crazy guns and swords and shit as well, by the looks of it. Yeah. I remember playing this. It was good fun. Yeah. Basically Xbox version of Smash Bros. 27th of November 2006 is a game that I never played. I don't know if any of you guys would have played it. Happy Tree Friends False Alarm?
No.
No. No, I've never played.
I think this was an arcade release game, maybe.
Yeah. And the final game that came out on the 28th of November 2006 is one of the greatest games ever in the franchise, Rainbow Six Vegas.
Never heard of it.
Ah. What a game. What a game. Great campaign. Great online multiplayer. And one of the things that I remember from Vegas was the multiplayer. You could use your Xbox Live Vision camera and put your face on the character. But yeah, I remember it just being so. I love the Vegas, like the Rainbow Six games, but it was first person. But it put it in like, it was weird because it put it into like third person when you put your back on a wall.
Yeah, when you snap the cover and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. But it was just so good because like the single player campaign, you have your squad with you and you tell them where to go, and that's what I remember. You tell them where to go, who to shoot at, etc. So it's very tactical. But I just remember the online as well, just being so much fun with the community at the time. Definitely one of the best Rainbow Six games that they made. This was back when Ubisoft were making really good quality games, banger after banger. I just have such good memories of this game.
Really I played the second one. I played that quite a bit.
Yeah, I played them both shitloads, but I just remember this one. This was the first Vegas game, and yeah, it was great. So yeah, that's all the games from October, November 2006 on the Xbox 360. What a time to be alive. Let's hit some news, shall we? Okay, so not loads, but there's a little bit. Cloud streaming has officially come to the PlayStation Portal. So now you don't have to just stream from your local PlayStation. If you have PS Plus Ultimate, the top tier of Plus, you can stream all of your you can stream all of the PS Plus games now to your portal, which is nice, isn't it? Isn't that lovely? Straight from the PlayStation servers. So if you're into streaming, you would be very happy with that news, I imagine. What's the next bit of news I had? What's this? Oh, yes. So, apparently there was a Halo MMO project on the go, but it got killed by Don Matrick to protect his personal bonus.
What?
Yeah. So basically, there was the way that the bonuses were given was something to do with the amount of good games that came out or something. But apparently in 2008, Ensemble Studios were in the process of a Halo MMO. It was to take place tens of thousands of years before the original game. But it was killed off by Don Matrick when he realised that his bonus was based on games in 3 years or something. So he killed it off because it would affect the amount of bonus he would have got in that time period. Which is sad, because that would have been quite good at Halo MMO, I think. There we go.
They talked about that. I think there's so many things that are obviously rumoured back in the day.
Yes, that's a shame. A couple of bits of news coming from Rockstar. First one is that Grand Theft Auto 6 has been delayed to the November the 19th, 2026. Not really surprised at that, to be honest.
No, we all said that'd probably get delayed again.
Yeah. But also,
usually when they give dates, though, it's pretty solid these days.
Well, I think they've done that with their last 3 or 4 games. Even after like a second announcement trailer, they like delay it. But they're going to do what they're going to do, aren't they?
Yeah, of course. But on other news with Take-Two as well, a bunch of staff have been sacked. And now there's protests going on outside the offices and outside the UK offices because apparently Take-Two and Rockstar are being accused of breaking employment law in the UK. And basically, there was a discord with a lot of people that worked for Take-Two / Rockstar, and they were trying to set up a union. So all the people that are apparently trying to set up this union have been sacked. So, interesting news. We'll see. We'll see what comes of it. Yeah. Next bit of news is about Halo Infinite. It's not so infinite, according to Eurogamer. It was meant to have a 10-year development cycle, like a live service game. Microsoft have announced that it's going to end its active development after the next update this year on the 18th of November. So in a couple of weeks, it will be no longer get any more updates. Saddy times. Yeah. Not surprised, because I don't think the player base is very high anyway.
But the game will still remain playable.
Of course
it's
it
just
will.
Obviously stopping updates and stuff for it.
Yeah.
So. There's that silver lining at least.
Indeed. Next bit of news is that Terminator 2D No Fate has been delayed till the 12th of December. And Darren, this would make you quite happy. The reason for the delay is so they can make more physical copies
of the
game.
The 2D one, yeah.
Yeah, it looks really good, actually. I'm actually quite surprised they haven't done what other companies do, is just release it digital and then just plonk the physical ones out when they got them in. But they're sticking to a release date for digital and physical, which I think in this day and age is quite a rarity and something that I think you would appreciate.
I'm pretty sure the developers said stuff on Twitter that they were like, we didn't want to upset people who paid for the physical and pre-ordered it ages ago to like change the release. I'm pretty sure that's one of them said, but
yeah. So this is a game I've been keeping an eye on because it does look really, really good. So
hope it's not really hard.
Yeah, well, probably will be, mate.
Oh.
You never know. And the last bit of news that I have written down is that there's going to be a State of Play on the 11th of November. State of Play Japan.
Like an Asia-specific one.
Yes. So, again, I think Darren will be very interested in this one.
It's like in a couple of days, isn't it? Or tomorrow morning.
It's tomorrow. There's no UK time, but it says 11 p.m. CET. I don't know what that is.
And that's Central European time, so it'd be about 10 o'clock maybe, UK.
Yeah, okay.
Which is the usual, to be honest, for a lot of the PlayStation broadcasts, 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, okay. Cool. That's all my news. Anything else from anyone else?
There was a load of layoffs and restructuring going on at Square Enix, isn't there?
Oh, that's sad news.
Basically sort of got rid of a load of people on the Western side.
Oh.
Saying they want to focus more on sort of the Japanese development and that aspect of games.
Oh, yeah. Decision was made to close overseas studios and shift towards consolidating development in Japan. Makes sense to me, though, mate, to be honest.
Yeah, they're a Japanese company. They should focus back on what they are.
Yeah,
rather than trying to juggle a load of other stuff.
Yeah.
That's how these companies sort of started out.
Yep. Go back to their roots, and I think they'll be golden, mate. But it is a shame that people lose their jobs, though. I mean, I'm never happy to discuss that at all. Yeah.
But hopefully they find work elsewhere.
Yeah. But I'm hoping
there are more and more little studios popping up and doing stuff.
Yeah. All right. Any other news?
Yeah, I don't know if you said it last week, but Animal Crossing, did you talk about that? That's getting a Switch 2 update, and they're bringing some more stuff, which is, I suppose, good, because that got really popular, especially early COVID. But I think that's upset a few people because that's another paid-for update.
Oh, is it?
Which I think they say, well, it's only £5 or $10 or whatever it is, but they're bringing DLC. But I think you can play the update and the extra stuff on the original version, so you don't have to have it on the Switch too.
Right. It says there the upgrade pack's a £5.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's just weird because at the when they launched the Switch 2, there was loads of games where the updates were free.
Right.
And since then, they haven't released any free ones when they said they would. Everything so far has been paid for.
Right.
So I think you've got Mario Brothers Wonder, which is paid for, this which is paid for, and stuff like that. Obviously, we knew both Zelda games were paid for, but they were like quite substantial. They weren't just graphical improvements. That's a bit, you know, because if you remember, there was a lot of like leaks where they hacked. I think it was it the Xenoblade game that came out earlier? They sort of hacked the game and found out there was a Switch 2 enhanced mode or something hidden in the menus.
Right, okay.
And they still haven't brought that out yet.
Oh,
so
right.
I know that's not officially Nintendo. So yeah, that game even though that was in the settings, that hasn't. So it's a bit... Because I'd be kind of annoyed if the free updates was just something to get you to buy the console and then they just charge you for them all from now on.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe, I don't know. I
suppose they can only really do first-party ones like Nintendo and the other companies. But, if like I said, I wouldn't expect people like EA or Ubisoft to give you free updates, would you?
No.
But some of the older Nintendo games, like, some of like the Luigi's Mansion 2 HD and stuff like that, they could go back and do some of those. Some of the Paper Mario games possibly as well.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Oh, it seems like there's a lot of new content. Just having a look through this IGN page.
Yeah. Plus, I think that upset the Nintendo people because have you ever seen that Woods on YouTube, that beat 'em up guy, beat 'em ups, the Australian with the long hair YouTuber?
Nah.
Basically, he a few months ago started a load of fake rumours for the Nintendo Direct, and literally said they're fake rumours, but like a lot of the other YouTubers and websites picked up on them as if they were fact, and he said there's like a new Animal Crossing's going to be announced for the Switch 2, like the next one. So people got really excited, and then that was the Nintendo Direct. I think it was in August. It wasn't very good at all. There was hardly like anything announced, so people got really excited for that, and now they just get an update for the 7-8-year-old one. But I don't know. I think that's not too bad. I mean, they could just like do what Sony and Xbox are doing and just HD it up or put it to 4K and charge you full price again.
Yeah,
they?
true.
Yeah. But I think they are bringing out a Switch 2 version though.
Well, the graphics look quite, like the resolution looks quite increased on the Switch 2 version. Looking at some of these pictures.
But I meant like you can play the original and pay to upgrade, or they're bringing it out again on the Switch 2 physical.
Oh, okay. I mean,
because they never go down in price, do these games? But then these types of games, they've never been about graphics, have they?
No, I mean, I haven't played my Switch in over a year. I mean, my kids play it every so often, quite rare. They're more into the Xbox and the PlayStation, and Marcus has got his PC, so the Switch doesn't really get a look in my house anymore.
Is it because your favourite Switch got broken?
Yeah. But even then, I didn't really use it that often anyway, So it's more time, mate, more than anything. Yeah. That's all it is. Cool. Anything else?
I can think of off the top of my head at this moment.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll end it here then. Thank you very much for coming on, everybody. It's been great. And so from all of us here, it's been awesome. We will see you next week. Goodbye.